Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a story that has captivated audiences for centuries, a tale of love, trust, and the devastating consequences of unchecked suspicion. We're going to explore the world of Othello, not through the eyes of the characters themselves, but through the perspective of someone who has witnessed it all unfold. A narrator who understands the currents of human emotion and the subtle ways in which darkness can creep in. Imagine, if you will, a vibrant Venice, a city of canals and commerce, where reputations are built and broken with the speed of a gondola. It was here that our story truly began, with a man of immense stature, a general renowned for his valor and his integrity. Othello, they called him, a Moor of noble bearing, whose very presence commanded respect. He had seen battles, faced down enemies, and emerged victorious, his name synonymous with courage. But Othello was more than just a warrior. He was a man capable of profound love, and it was this love, pure and radiant, that led him to Desdemona. She was a senator's daughter, a woman of grace and beauty, who saw beyond Othello's outward appearance, beyond the color of his skin, to the noble heart within. Their love was a beacon, a testament to the fact that true connection transcends societal boundaries. It was a love that defied convention, a love that whispered of a future filled with shared dreams and unwavering devotion. Now, in any grand narrative, there are always those who lurk in the shadows, those whose envy festers and whose intentions are far from pure. And in Othello's world, that shadow had a name, Iago. He was Othello's ensign, a man who outwardly served with diligence, but inwardly seethed with a bitterness that was as potent as any poison. Iago felt wronged, overlooked, and his resentment began to twist his perception of the world. He saw Othello's happiness, his success, his love for Desdemona, and it fueled a dangerous desire for revenge. Iago was a master manipulator, a weaver of lies so subtle they could easily be mistaken for truth. He understood the power of suggestion, the insidious way a seed of doubt, once planted, could grow into a monstrous tree of suspicion. He began to whisper, not directly, but through carefully crafted insinuations, planting tiny, almost imperceptible seeds of distrust in Othello's mind. He spoke of Desdemona's supposed infidelity, of her secret meetings, of her supposed deceit, and here's where we see the fragility of even the strongest hearts. Othello, this man of war, this pillar of strength, was also a man deeply in love. His love for Desdemona was his greatest joy, but it also became his greatest vulnerability. When Iago began to sow his poisonous seeds, Othello, despite his experience in discerning truth from falsehood on the battlefield, found himself unable to see through the fog of suspicion that Iago so expertly created. The handkerchief. It became a symbol, a tangible piece of evidence in Iago's twisted game. A simple gift from Othello to Desdemona, imbued with meaning and sentiment. Iago, with cunning precision, orchestrated its disappearance and its reappearance in the hands of another, a man he knew would be seen by Othello as a rival. This seemingly small act, this misplaced item, became the linchpin of Iago's deception, a powerful tool to fuel Othello's growing paranoia. As Othello's trust in Desdemona eroded, replaced by a consuming jealousy, his noble nature began to warp. The man who once embodied honor and reason was now consumed by a tempest of doubt and rage. He saw betrayal everywhere, heard accusations in every whisper, and his once clear vision was clouded by the venom Iago had so carefully administered. Desdemona, innocent and bewildered, tried desperately to understand the change in her beloved. She pleaded, she reasoned, she offered her unwavering love, but her words, once so powerful, now seemed to fall on deaf ears. Othello, trapped in the labyrinth of his own suspicion, could no longer recognize the truth that stood before him. He saw only the phantom of betrayal that Iago had conjured. And then the unthinkable happened. In a fit of misguided fury, fueled by Iago's relentless lies, Othello took a life. The life of the woman he loved most, the woman who had loved him unconditionally. It was a moment of profound tragedy, a stark reminder of how easily good intentions can be twisted. How quickly love can be consumed by doubt. As the truth slowly, agonizingly, began to surface, as Iago's villainy was finally exposed. The full weight of Othello's actions crashed down upon him. The realization that he had been so utterly deceived, that he had destroyed the very thing he cherished most, was a torment far greater than any battlefield wound. He had been a victim of his own susceptibility to suspicion, a victim of a darkness he had allowed to fester within. The story of Othello is a cautionary tale, a profound exploration of the human psyche. It reminds us of the importance of open communication, of the dangers of unchecked jealousy, and of the devastating power of manipulation. It teaches us that even the noblest hearts can be swayed by doubt if we are not vigilant, if we do not actively choose to trust and to seek the truth. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Othello's tragic tale. It's a story that continues to resonate because it speaks to the enduring struggles within us all. If you found this exploration insightful, please consider following for more deep dives into compelling narratives.